So, just a disclaimer, this is about Harvest Moon and Natsume after the split from Marvelous. Because the last few games that they've been releasing have just been trash. Hi, I'm Violuca, and welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back for any of my subscribers. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, please do so by clicking the subscribe button below and ringing the notification bell, as well as leaving a thumbs up on this video. Okay, so as most of you know, Harvest Moon One World has just been released. It went to North America March 2nd, went to Europe March 5th. So I got to play it March 5th. That was Friday. I literally beat the game Saturday, after only 14 hours and 35 minutes of playing it. And I'm going to leave a brief review of it. Basically, it's the best game that Natsume has released since the split. That's not saying much because it's mediocre at best, and the rest of the games they've released have been trash in comparison. It's an open world styled Harvest Moon game, which I have to admit is really nice. It's better than The Sims 4, for sure. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. They did a whole open world Harvest Moon game. That's props to them. The problems with the game are going to become in just the stuff that Natsume has been doing wrong this entire time, and the stuff that we don't necessarily want. But One World in itself is definitely the best game they've released since the split. And yeah, open world, you got unique animals that can become your pets, or you can buy new animals on the farm. You can get a camel, you can get a black sheep. It's interesting. It really is. It's a brand new take on it. It wasn't done badly. They got better graphics for their characters. They trashed the characters that they've been reusing the entire time. They made some new ones. And it's fairly decent of a game. It's mediocre at best. It does the job. Storyline is annoying, like always. But it's not bad. I'll keep playing it after. It's not Light of Hope, where that was literally, you beat the game in 18 hours or less, and you're kind of just okay, I don't want to play this anymore. It's horrible. The whole world was just awful looking. At least this world is better in comparison. Yeah, so there's no loading screens outside of being inside of a cutscene. There are some glitches that come with that, but we all still prefer The Sims 3 to The Sims 4. Let's be honest. If you ever played The Sims 3, that open world, much better than what they've been giving us with The Sims 4 worlds. Pretty sure we all have to admit that. And if you don't play those games, well, it's just better than what they've been releasing. And so now let's just get into everything that Harvest Moon has been doing wrong since this split. Which, trust me, it's a lot more than what I'm going to cover here. So if I missed anything, let me know down below and we can do a part 2, because I want to keep this video at an average length of time. Hopefully less than 15 minutes. So we can make a part 2 later if it comes to it, if you find that there's anything else. But I think I'm covering the really big things. So, number 1. The thing that's just straight awful is their storylines. Please stop with the storylines. We don't want to have to be saving the Harvest Goddess and waking her up every single time we play your games. You've literally been taking the exact same story over your last 4 games. Harvest Moon Lost Valley, Skytree Village, Light of Hope, One World now. The 4 games, we have all had to wake up the Harvest Goddess, and we all had to fill out requests and whatever to do it. It's annoying. It's boring. Please, if you're going to make another Harvest Moon game, make it so that we're just going to fix up a farm. If One World opened up where it was simply a girl or a boy who wanted to move out of his mom's house or her mom's house and go start a farm, and then Doc Jr. was the one to help build your first farm, that would have been a much better game than what we got. Because the thing is, if you're going to make a storyline, you need to make it so it's at least 50 hours of gameplay and not the 8 to 20 that you've been giving us. And pretty much all of them could be beaten within the 8 to 20 hour time frame. I didn't even make it a whole year and I beat Light of Hope and One World. I can't remember my time record for Skytree Village. And Lost Valley I beat before the whole year as well. So it's like, if you're going to give us a storyline, you have to make it at least 50 hours of gameplay and not the we can beat it before we're even done the first year. It's boring. And you've been reusing the exact same storylines. Like, you can make it different. Maybe the Harvest Goddess is awake, but we need to wake up the Harvest King. Anything. Maybe it's just the god of the underworld just wreaking havoc on the humans above. Please, if you're going to use a storyline, make it something different. And make it long so that we end up playing this game for longer than like 10 hours. And then just being done because we're like, okay, we beat it. Now what? And it's like, oh, yeah, okay, there's some characters that maybe I'd want to date one. Keep us around longer by making the story longer. Or just don't use it at all and let us completely free play. Because, none of us would be complaining with that if you just let us do whatever we wanted to do. And we were just taking over our grandfather's farm like the previous Harvest Moon game. Number 2, the thing that you guys should get rid of to improve your games are the requests. Requests are so annoying, so boring, and they're repetitive. And it's just the same people asking for the same things over and over and over again, giving the same rewards. What would be better is either we could pick and choose which requests that we do, and then people don't ask us about them after. But basically, you just get requests in the mailbox, and now you feel like you're obligated to go and help these people. And then the minute you help them, well, they just ask you for the same item again the next day. It's annoying, and it's boring. And sometimes what they're requesting, we don't even want. If we don't have sick animals, I don't want to get medicine, especially when you can't sell it for any money. Like, I don't need, stockpiles of animal medicine when I don't plan on letting any of my animals get sick in the first place. Like, just let me buy it and then be done with it. Just stuff like that. Like, there's some things that we just don't need, and so we don't want to do that request. But because you put it in our, mailbox, and every time we go to talk to the person, they'll bring it up at some point, it gets annoying and it's boring. It would be better if you did it more like Rune Factory, where we could pick and choose. But then also, if you just get rid of the storyline altogether, we don't need requests. Or what would be better is if each day, you had 7 requests for one person, all the people in the game, they all get 7 requests and they ask for a different thing on each day. And that whole day, we get them all in our on a job board or something. And we can just pick which ones we want to do. And then they'll just improve the person's liking towards us. So it's another way that we could get married to the bachelor or bachelorette that we want. Something like that. But it would just be better to not have a storyline and not have to do requests. And we just figure out what people like. And that's how we get them to marry us. Like something else, please. You've been giving us the same thing over and over and over and over again for the last 4 games. Nobody wants it. And not many people are wanting to even play Harvest Moon One World because of this. Because they'll just watch YouTubers and then choose not to watch it themselves. 3 is you've been using the same characters. The Lost Valley, Skytree Village, and Light of Hope have the exact same main characters and then the exact same other characters throughout the game. Literally, they're the same characters, just in a new place. And Lost Valley and Skytree Village are basically the same place. By the way, so glad that you guys got rid of that awful terrain because I didn't like it. Somebody else might. I hated it. It was so annoying to get around. It's just better without it. Light of Hope and One World are much better without that terrain, so I'm so glad it's gone. But they're the exact same characters that you've been using with the exact same requests throughout all of them. It's annoying. We don't want it. We're not here for it. Please stop. What's so great about One World is that they're new people. And that the characters kind of got better. And you had 3D models, which is also great, because I know lots of people want that. But nobody wants the same characters asking for the same things, especially if you're making them within the last 3 games. Like, yeah, I married one in Skytree Village. Do I want to even get married in Lost Valley? Do I want to even get married in Island of Hope? No, because they're just the same people. So I wouldn't pick that same person as last time. Oh, and by the way, you added like one extra person to Light of Hope, who was also just annoying. Like, it's not like she was anything amazing. So yeah, just stop with the recycling of characters. We don't want it. We're not here for it. We want new and something that's done better. Like, please keep improving on yourselves instead of just basically throwing out the same game, but now with a different storyline and a different thing that you have to do. But you're still going to end up doing the same storyline of reviving the Harvest Goddess. Now you're just going to do it differently, like planting trees, or even like repairing a lighthouse, or collecting medallions to put in a gate. Number 4, character dialogue. Every single game you've put out, it is so dry, it is so boring. It also has grammatical errors in a few, except with One World, I've noticed a few. And like half the time I wasn't even reading what people were saying. I was just like, I can't skip fast enough. Why? Please let me just skip this. I don't care. All the conversations are dry. They're just absolutely dry. There's nothing there. And then also, they'll talk to you like you're a child playing the game. Like you are a kid. But then it's also like, you're supposed to get married, but if I'm a kid, should I be? Like, really? But yeah, you either get the people who will like talk down to you, condescending, patronizing, they're like teaching you whatever you need to do. And then there's the other people where they're so clueless that it's just like, oh, please shoot me. Like, my character has to sit here and, because they never talk and they never have dialogue or anything, but they'll like make the motion like they're talking and explaining to them that they have to like how to plant a seed and what a seed is. Like, it's like, what kind of world are these people living in? Like, just stop it. Just stop it. We don't even know how this fits in the timeline, if it's way before or if it's after, because none of it makes sense at how clueless some of the people are. And then also the other people will treat your person like a child, and it's weird. Please stop. Just give us dialogue. Just give us better dialogue, please. It's so dry, it's so boring, and then again, it's repetitive. And number 5, the one thing that you could do to really improve and enhance your games is just by upgrading your graphics. Now, you got better with One World. Like, One World was definitely an improvement on all the previous games. 100%. But if you somehow, on your next game, up the character designs, up the 3D models, enhance the scenery, because the scenery is really the problem with One World. There's like nothing. It's barren everywhere. And it's like, you guys could have like put some trees and rocks in places that we can't reach, and flowers and stuff for the different seasons. Like, you could have leaves on the ground and fall on like the areas we can't walk. You could have flowers in the spring, different flowers in the summer, snowmen in the winter, just a random built snowman somewhere. I haven't even gotten that far, but I know it's just going to be absolutely barren because it already is. But you could do so much more, but you chose not to. Like, the forests don't even look like forests, but they're supposed to be forests. But none of them look like it. Absolutely none of them look like it. Those are the things that I think you can take and improve on what you're doing. Because One World, 100% an improvement compared to all the previous games. But compared to Story of Seasons, Marvelous's side of what Harvest Moon used to be, because, you two were once one and now you split. Marvelous is kicking your butt. Like, really. They're beating you in everything. Because, well, weren't they the developers of the game? So see what they're doing and at least match it. At least match it. Because you're not going to have a fan base soon. I tried not to be biased at all. And like, I tried to not watch anything about the gameplay before I got to play it. Because, Japanese people got it earlier. So they were able to get it out earlier on YouTube and stuff. But I tried not to read comments and not watch them at all. But I have seen a few where they're just like, yeah, I'm not going to buy this game. Like, thanks for playing through. I don't want to. And that's kind of where I was like, okay, I need to click off because I don't want to put my biases into into playing the game and into doing any types of reviews. And I'm not going to compare the two games until I've spent at least a year playing through both of them, because I don't think it's fair to be like, yeah, okay, I spent 14 hours playing Harvest Moon One World, and I spent 80 hours playing Pioneers of Olive Town. Pioneers of Olive Town is so much better, you know? Like, I want some more, like, a better type of comparison between the two before I even come to YouTube and been like, well, here's my thought. I hope you like this video. I hope you also agree with me. But, you know, of course, if there's anything that I missed, please let me know. Maybe we'll make a part 2. Kind of wouldn't mind for this video to blow up so Natsume actually sees it themselves, and then maybe they can actually take my criticisms and put it to a good use and actually improve the next game that they're going to come out with, because I don't think they're going to stop with One World. I really don't. If they've released 4 trash games before this, they're definitely not stopping with One World, especially it being the best that they've created so far. But that's also only because the rest were garbage. I hope I'll see you guys in the next one. I've got lots of content that you can view. I typically do videos about living in the Czech Republic, so you can watch those here. Or YouTube is going to just recommend you something that's best suited for you based off of your watch history. So, see you guys in the next one. Bye!